Hey guys, today I'm going to do a video about using concealer. Now before I get started, I just want to mention one thing, and that is concealer is definitely considered makeup. Now I know makeup and guys don't typically fall in the same sentence, but from what I've heard and what I've read, it's becoming more and more acceptable for guys to use makeup on a daily basis. Now when I say that, I don't mean go out and buy foundation and blush and mascara. I still don't think that's okay in terms of the general public. But just a little bit to cover up blemishes and maybe under eye circles is a really great way to just give you a nice fresh face. Now today I'm just going to go over concealer for blemishes, scars, and dark spots on your face. I'm not going to go over under eye concealer. I did do a lot of testing with different drugstore products and under eye concealers, and I could not for the life of me get it to look natural. The problem with makeup is, especially concealers, is it's meant to be worn under multiple layers of makeup. So typically concealer will be the first part, and then the girls are going to put foundation and powder and blush and all that good stuff over top of it. So for the purposes of guys and using concealer as the only makeup you're applying, you want to make sure you pick one that is perfect for your skin tone. Otherwise it's going to be a little obvious that you're wearing makeup. Also, you don't want to use concealer over large areas. This is just for spot treatments. So if you have, acne scars, or if you have a couple blemishes on your face that you just want to touch up real quick and make a little bit less red, this is what I'm talking about, okay? So, to start off, let me just go over the three different types of concealer. We have liquid, we have cream, and we have a stick concealer. Now, each one has its own pros and cons. I'm going to start off with cream concealers because that's probably one of your best options. Now, cream concealers are really great because they come in a wide variety of skin tones. Typically, they're not going to be available in your drugstore, but they will be available at places like Sephora or your department store's makeup sections. When you go there, you can ask one of the workers to help you pick a skin tone that's perfect for you, and they'll also give you the tools to apply it. Cream concealers are best when you just put a little bit on a small brush and then you use the brush to pat it in wherever you're using it on your face, whether it's going to be under your eyes or on a blemish. Now, the thing with that is it requires a little bit more time than the other types of concealers, and you also have to buy the tools. But I will say cream concealers do provide the best finish in terms of looking like you're wearing makeup or not. So I'll leave it up to you if you want to invest the time and the money to get a really good concealer from one of those stores. The second type is liquid. Now, liquid concealers are definitely available at all the drugstores. You can get them in a small variety of skin tones. I wouldn't say it's the minimum amount, but you'll have a couple options, and they are very easy to use. You can use your finger or you can use a brush to apply them. And what you just want to do is put a little tiny bit on your finger, and then you're going to tap it into your skin. Using just a finger and a very delicate touch, put a little bit on and tap it. And you're just going to tap it in until it's all blended. Now, again, they are a little bit more convenient, but they don't offer the best variety of skin tones, so it may or may not be a good option for you. The final option is going to be stick concealers. Now, sticks are very similar to lipstick, in which it's a hard stick and then you can just put a little tiny bit on your face and use the same method. You're just going to tap it in with your finger. Now, they are probably available in the least amount of skin tones. You're probably going to get one for light skin, one for medium skin, and then one in between, like a medium to light skin. The problem with that is, again, we're only using one product here. We're not going to be layering on foundation and powder and stuff afterwards. So it may or may not be an option for guys. Now, if you find one that matches your skin tone perfectly, then good for you. But for me, I need to spend the time and invest in a nice cream concealer with the proper brush to apply it with in order to get a realistic looking coverage. I do have a couple products here I'm going to go over, and I'll let you know what I thought about all of them. In general, I haven't had the best results with concealers in particular. I actually use just a little bit of foundation on a daily basis to cover up any blemishes or scars. I found that the foundation is available in a wide variety of skin tones at your local drugstore. So that allows me just to pick one that's perfect for my skin tone, whether it's the summer or the middle of the winter, and then I can just build on the layers to provide the coverage that I want, and that way it provides a really nice soft finish without just being too drastic of a change. So a couple of concealers I have here. Two of them are by Almay. This is the Almay Smart Shade, and it's in the medium skin tone because I have darker skin, like tan skin, I mean. This product honestly did not work for me. What it is, it's a white liquid, and then what you do, just put a little dye on your face. Again, you're going to tap it until this turns to your correct skin tone. But the problem is, it took me so long for the product to get to change colors on my skin that by the time it was, complete and dry, it wasn't covering the blemish anymore. So it sounded like a really good idea, but it's more of just a marketing scheme to get people to buy the product. It might be good for girls that are going to layer it with, foundation powder and stuff, and they can put on multiple layers. But to be honest, after all the patting and the blending it into my skin, it was almost like there was nothing there. So it didn't provide any of the coverage that I needed. The second one by Almay is the Clear Complexion Concealer. So this one's designed for pimples only, and it just comes, it's a liquid concealer, and it comes on this little applicator, which is very similar to like a chapstick applicator for girls. And same thing, just going to put a little dye on your face and then use a very gentle touch to blend it in. Now this one did provide good coverage, but the skin tone was really kind of strange. I have more of a tan skin tone with a little bit of red in it, and this was like a very light, like just a typical skin tone for, Caucasians. And it just didn't match my skin. Now this is light to medium. Maybe the medium option would be a little better, but considering I need something that matches my skin tone perfectly, this didn't cut it. I have one here from NYC Color, and this is a stick concealer. As you can see, it's kind of like a little tiny lipstick container. And this one works pretty well. It provides very good coverage, and this is in the medium skin tone, but for some reason it is very, very light. So again, not an option for me unless I decide to layer it with multiple products. But in terms of application, it's very easy. It comes in a small container so you can carry it with you, and it's pretty convenient. But again, if it doesn't match your skin tone, then it's not going to be the proper tool for you to use. This one is actually the makeup that I use to cover my blemishes and pimples on a daily basis. This is by Maybelline. It's the Dream Matte Mousse, and this is actually foundation. Now what I like about this is that it's very light, so when I'm applying it, I just put a little bit on my finger, and then I'm going to pat it in my face just like you would with a normal concealer. Now I like this one because this is available in a wide variety of skin tones at your local drugstore, and anytime in the change of seasons, I can go back and it's inexpensive enough for me to buy, different skin tones of it, so that when I'm really tan, I can have one for that. And then in the middle of winter, when I'm just, a neutral skin color, I can have this one. Now I've had this one for a good 2 years, and me and my roommate use this, and it we don't use very much, and so it's going to last me for a really long time. Now again, sometimes I do need to put on more than one layer, but it provides good enough coverage and it makes a nice smooth finish, so no one even knows I'm wearing it. It just really dulls down the redness and makes it less apparent that I do have a blemish. Now, I'll leave it up to you guys to make your decision of what method of concealer you want to go with. Definitely take your time, and if you really want to, go to one of those stores like Sephora or the department store makeup section, and they're going to give you all the information you need. You don't need to be shy about it or embarrassed. I think those girls that typically work there really appreciate when guys come in because it's a change of pace for them, So go in there, ask them all your questions, don't be shy, and if you really want to, you can go at night and no one's going to be there. So that's what I do usually, because I don't like to be bothered by a bunch of people walking all around me. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something good. Keep the comments and the suggestions coming. I really appreciate them, and I'll see you guys soon.